Hello, I'm EG, and this is Crocheting with EG, and in this video, I have another yarn haul, and I know that should be my new intro. I'm EG, and welcome to another yarn haul with EG, because it just feels like nothing but yarn hauls lately, but I am getting a lot of, like, clearance yarn still from various places and stuff, so I do have other videos and other ideas for videos, I swear, and I'm crocheting and stuff, and I'll be showing my makes or whatever, but, you know, it just seems like I'm in this time where I'm getting a lot of, like, clearance yarn and stuff, and have a lot of yarn for yarn hauls, and so there's why there's a big influx of all these videos and stuff. But don't get used to it, because I'm going to clear it out so much that there's not going to be any yarn left in my town. No, but I got some in my last video. I guess I don't know the sequence of these, but in my last video I was talking about how I was going to go to Michael's, and because they sent me a 30% off one item coupon, and I was going to go into Michael's just to, you know, use it. But then I've also seen, I think it was Creative Grandma's channel, where her and her grandson went to Michael's, and they were going through there, and they had marked down a lot of their yarn. And even their Michael's looks bigger than mine. God, it sucks going into my Michael's and seeing that, you know, small section of yarn. And yeah, they've added yarn to the end caps or whatever, but still, it's not like that much more yarn. And so it's just kind of, I don't know. I've seen videos that just have these really nice Michaels and have all kinds of yarn, but mine just doesn't. I mean, I'm glad that they got some more yarn in, but it's not a whole lot. But I don't know. Just one aisle of those picture frames out, they could have. Anyway, I've already said that before, like, many times. But so I went into Michael's, and because I knew that because of that video that the Ringspun, it looked like the Ringspun was going to be discounted. And like I've said, there's some Ringspun that I got I think a couple months ago. They had clearanced out some of it, but not all of the colorways. And because I knew that, because there was a black and gray one that I really liked, but I actually took it up to the register and asked them to do a price check, because the ones that I got, they had the stickers on it, and it said that they were $3 a piece. They were regular, I think, $7.99 a skein, and they had, like, stickers on them, but they didn't have stickers on the black and white one. And so I thought maybe they just forgot to put the stickers on them, or they got distracted, they didn't get a chance to put the stickers on them. But they just they clearanced out some of them, but not all of them. And then this time it seems like they clearanced out all the rest that were left. And I didn't get every single colorway. There was a sort of like a light peachy pink one that I just wasn't crazy about the color, so I didn't get any of those. But I wasn't gonna get any of them. But you know me. No, I went there, and I thought, I have a 30% off one item coupon, so I thought, well, while I'm in there, you know, if I find something, you know, that I can spend the 30% off one item coupon on, then, you know, I'll check to see if the Ringspun is discounted in my store, like, but I had no intention of really going there and getting as much yarn as I got. But it is really nice yarn, that Ringspun. This is the scarf that I made with just one skein of that Ringspun. This is just like a basic gray. I got this. And I got these gray a few months ago, and I made this a few months ago. I already showed it in my makes video, but that's what a scarf looks like with just one of those skeins. It's like, it's not enough to, like, you know, wrap around your neck a few times, but like the really long scarf. But it's like the perfect amount for, like, a scarf like this, and I add a little fringe on the bottom and everything. So it's really, and it's really soft too. It's it feels like really soft yarn. It's not like some of the yarn that's like that or that's made out of wool, that's kind of like, you know, maybe scratchy on your fingers or whatever. It's really soft and nice yarn. So I did make that a scarf out of that. But so anyway, I went there, and I actually didn't use my 30% off one item coupon because I found so much of this Ringspun. I didn't clear the shelf, but I did take half of what I really liked. I didn't get that one colorway. That I didn't even look at the name of it, but I did get some of this Ringspun, and because they were $3 a skein, so. And at this point, I have no idea where to put it, but I will use it. This is that black and white that I really liked. That no, wait a minute. When I went into my store, I went over there to the Ringspun, and it was still priced at $7.99. I think it's either $7.99 or $8.99. I think it's $7.99. God, I'm talking so fast. I sound like one of those auctioneers from stores. It was $7.99, or was it $8.99 or $7.99? So anyway, I went over there, and they didn't have the stickers on there, and I was thinking, I wonder if like maybe just some of the stores were getting rid of this, and like I don't know. So what I did was, thankfully, I took a skein of this up to the register and did a price check, and she said it was $3. And so I thought, like, why didn't they put the stickers on it yet? So, so I knew that, like, this one was $3. I wasn't really sure about all the other ones, but I assumed that because the little shot in Creative Grandma's video, it looked like the Ringspun, like all the Ringspun were clearanced, and so I thought, you know, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to clear half the shelf of the ones I really like, and then take them up to the register and hope that they actually ring up as $3 a piece, and they did, and so. But I don't know why they didn't put the stickers on it. And I know that, like, some I think it was in her video too, they were showing some of the cakes of yarn. Although my store never carried as many cakes as, like, I've seen videos on YouTube where they have, like, practically a whole aisle of cakes in their store. Mine has, like, a very small little section of cakes, and there's not like a separate. It's like one whole aisle, like, you know, two halves, and then another half and that's all the yarn in the store. And they've never had, like, a little freestanding shelf and in the middle with, like, an extra. They've never had that in my store, and so they just have, like, a really, like, not even a third of a half aisle of cakes of yarn. And so I don't know if any of the cakes that are in my store are going to be discounted, because, like I said, none of the stickers are on there saying, like, the clearance price. So and I do have a phone now, but it's not like a smartphone. I really do envy the ability to go into a store and with people with smartphones and, like, scan prices and to check them. That would although. Like, the last thing I need is a cell phone to, like, find even more deals, because I'm obviously a deal magnet, and I have radar, and practically I've gotten so many deals. I don't need another way to, like, find deals and stuff. That's the last freaking thing I need. But it is really convenient to see people, like, take their phone and just, like, scan prices in stores and then think, oh, this is what the price actually is. That's sort of like a really great thing to be able to do, but I can't do it. But so that there are some cakes in my store, but I don't know if any of them are going to be discounted. So, and I don't want to, like, go up there with a cart full of yarn and have them get excited and think, oh, good, we're finally going to get a big sale today. And then I'm just saying, oh, I just need price checks on all these. I'm not that much of a prick. I mean, they're really nice in there. They probably would do it for me, but I would never do that to them. And so, but anyway, so. I don't know if any of the cakes are going to be discounted or not, but either way, I don't think the cakes are going to be any. They're not going to be $3. They're probably going to be like $4, maybe $5 or something. But I don't know if I'm going to get any of those or not. But I seriously doubt it. I probably didn't even need these Ringspun, except for this black. Like, this is my favorite. Although the blue is really pretty, and the purple too, and or they're all really nice. The white. I'm glad I got this, but whatever. It'll make nice scarves and hats, and now that I have some fur yarn, I might make, because some of this yarn would make really pretty hats with, like, the fur on the brim and stuff, and I do have some of that eyelash yarn, and I'm already, like, imagining the projects in my head with this yarn, because it is really nice, and I do love this scarf, and I want to make a matching hat, whatever. Let me just get the yarn. So this is it's Loops and Threads Ringspun, and the colorway is called Excalibur Multi. Okay, whatever. And let me just say, by the time this comes out, the sale is probably going to be over with, and I've already posted on my YouTube community tab that I really hate that. I mean, I love that I have, like, a lot of videos already filmed. It makes me feel good that I know that I'm going to have videos that are already filmed and are going to be released, you know, in the next few weeks. But it kind of sucks that I'm so far ahead that, you know, sometimes I'll mention a deal. Like, if I'm just saying, oh, I bought some, you know, Hobby Lobby clearance yarn, it's like, you know, it's not, I've already posted the one about the big clearance. I may come across some random dial-out clearance, but, like, something like this, like a Michael's clearance sale, I feel like I have to post about it on my community tab, because as I'm filming this, you know, it's going on, but, like, by the time this video comes out, it might be over with, and I hope that of course, my videos are going to be discoverable, you know, for, you know, months or years or whatever, and so if people are going to come across my videos and the deals are going to be, like, eventually years over with. So I can't worry about it. But for like the current subscribers and commenters and stuff, I'm sorry if like you're coming across this video and you didn't see my community tab post, and you think, oh, I wish I would have known about that sale, and then you went there and it was gone, or it was all taken and stuff. So that's the only bad thing about how bad I feel about like being so far ahead in filming or whatever. But you know, there's nothing I can really do about it. I'm just too far ahead unless I post daily videos. But then I would be putting too many videos out there, and nobody would or they wouldn't push them out to people. So anyway, so God, long-winded stories. God, it's already 10 minutes into it. I've shown like one skein of yarn for like 2 seconds. So anyway, I got this one, the Excalibur. They had or like. So I got 3 of them, but they probably had like either 5 or 6, because you know whenever it's something like this and I don't want to clear a shelf completely, I will do it for like the Hobby Lobby dialogue clearance or something. But like for this, I don't want to clear the shelf, although it's very tempting because this yarn is really nice and squishy, but without being like Bernat blanket kind of feel, and it's just like it feels like just really soft, squishy, thick acrylic yarn. It's really nice. I think it is 100% acrylic, or no, 96%. 96% acrylic and 4% polyester, but it's really nice yarn. And it was really easy to, I remember it was really easy to work with when I was making that scarf. I made this in like one day. I needed something to do with my niece when niece was over here when I was watching her one day. And so I, you know, just to keep it, well, you know, I can play a game, but I'm like, let me just, you know, do a couple more rows, like, you know, to keep myself busy or whatever, so I don't have to keep stopping. And so, and then she just went back to her iPad, you know, on there talking to her friends, or, you know, how the kids are on their iPads and stuff and phones. But on YouTube and TikTok and like, you know, all that stuff. I'm not into all that. Like I don't know. I don't have a phone or anything. I don't get the whole TikTok thing or YouTube shorts, and like I have a couple shorts on my YouTube, but like they're not really like the kind that, you know, the kids watch. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm going to be turning 40. By the time this video comes out, I've already turned 40, but I'm not 40 yet. And but I'll never. I'm too far gone to, you know, understand all that stuff. And I don't have a smartphone to even have to worry about it. But anyway, so that's where this came from. I made a scarf, and you know, one day just to have something to do while she was over here, and it was really easy to work with, and I used the dash moss thing that I came up with. Dash moss, the dash moss stitch, and it's like an extended version of the moss. Maybe I should do I did a tutorial the last time I was on YouTube of this variation of the moss stitch I came up with, but it's not that it's not like something really like my EG stitch is something really unique, but like that's not really a unique thing. But I'll probably redo the tutorial because I had it on here before, but I'll redo it. But so that I use that, and anyway, let me get to the yarn. So I got 3 of these of the Excalibur or whatever, and then they had it's white with gray mixed in it, and this is called Opal Multi, and it has like some dark gray and light gray mixed in with that white and twisted around. It's I mean, these are really nice skeins for only $3. So I hope that you saw my community post. Like if you want to work with this kind of yarn, like I've seen some clearance yarn in Michaels, and some of their clearance prices, like in their clearance section, they're not really clearance prices. I mean, there's a cake over there that I saw the other day. It was $7 in the clearance section. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't come across like really like when the clearance prices in Michaels, like really good clearance prices. You know, for cheap people like me. Let's say something else. So like $3 is a really good clearance price for this. I've seen skeins that are much smaller than this on clearance at Michaels for $5, and it felt, you know, really awful and rough. It was that recycled, whatever it was. It's completely gone now, but this is worth $3. This is so nice. But I hope that, you know, you all got some if you wanted it. But anyway, and you don't live in my town, because, or no, I didn't clear the shelf in my town. I was going to say, if you live in my town, then, you know, you didn't get it because I got it, but I didn't get all of it. But anyway, so I got 3 of these, the Opal Multi, and really nice yarn. And then they had some or they did have this white. I'm sure it's like an ivory or something like that. This is called, or white dove, excuse me, white dove. And so it's just like a creamy white, kind of like an ivory, like a really light white color. And so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Got 4 of those. They had a whole lot of this. And the light pink, or it's sort of like a dull light pink. That's why I didn't get any of it. It's like a peachy pink, but it's like almost like a dull pink. I didn't get it because I wasn't crazy about the color. But they had like a ton of that, like, you know, shocking. No wonder they had a ton of that, because the color just isn't very good. But they had a lot of this white dove, and so I did get 4 of those. And then they had a purple kind. And this blue, I'm sort of regretting not clearing the shelf with this blue, because I really like that blue, but I don't want to clear the shelf. I don't want to be a prick, because already I don't even know where the hell I'm going to put it, but whatever. And I already have all this yarn, so I want to leave some of this for the people in my town. Although, or let me just hang on. So this one's called Grape Jam, and it's like a grayish kind of purple. It's not like a really vibrant purple, but it's sort of like a grayish purple. What I was going to say is when I went up to the register to pay for all this, the woman that was working the register, she was one of the women that I gave the keychain to with the 3 crochet hooks on it, and she was telling the other woman that that's where that she got it from me, and like all this stuff, and she was talking about it, and she said that like I'm the one that, you know, has bought the most, or she said he's the one that, you know, comes in here and has bought the most yarn in this place. And I thought that's kind of like, you know, worrying, because like I bought a lot of yarn at Michael's, but, you know, at the same time I just feel like I didn't buy as much as I have bought from other places. I mean, if she could, you know, see my hauls from, you know, Hobby Lobby or whatever, I'm just thinking, yeah, I bought some yarn from Michael's, but I'm not, you know, clearing shelves or like, you know, leaving with, you know, 50 skeins or anything. If I'm like the best yarn customer in that, or she didn't say best, but you know what I'm saying, she was telling the woman that was helping her bag all this ridiculous yarn, that like I'm the one that comes through and like buys all the yarn all the time. It just makes me feel like, really, because I do buy a lot of yarn from there, or I have bought a lot of yarn from there, but not a lot. I would buy more if they had more yarn, but I don't know. And I really like the biggest yarn customer in that place. Like, I don't know. It's just Michael's could be so much better. But anyway, the people, oh God, I love the people. I love the people in there, but it's just like their yarn selection. But whatever, it's an issue with a lot of Michael's. But anyway, and then the blue color. And see, I wish I would have gotten more of this, but I don't. They didn't have as many of these, because I'm sure people like actually bought this regularly. And but this is a gorgeous blue color. It's called True Navy, and it's a really nice navy blue. Just a perfect color. They only I only took 2 of those, because I think they had like maybe 4, and so I only took half. But I wish I would have taken the rest. But I don't want to clear the shelf. I actually cleared the ones, the other ones, the oranges and all that stuff, and the grays. I actually did clear the shelf of those, and I sort of felt bad about that. And especially now that I have all this yarn, I don't want to clear the shelf when I don't really need to. But this blue is like tempting. And the 30% off one item coupon that I got, it's since expired, and but then they sent me another one. They probably thought, oh, well, his probably expired and didn't use it. We'll send him another one. They're not doing it, you know, by person, but you know what I'm saying. But they sent me another one, and like sort of extending the 30% off one item coupon thing. And so I do have that coupon, but like I don't know. And then I found out, I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna buy all this yarn and probably get a voucher, but like the clearance, the clearance sales. Or the items that you buy on clearance, they don't count towards your rewards for a voucher. So I spent all this money, and also sort of in the back of my mind thinking, well, I'll probably get another voucher, but I'm still like $1 something away in rewards away from getting another voucher, a $5 voucher. So I don't know. I probably won't be able to use that 30% off one item coupon, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't need to. 19 minutes. But that's basically the haul. But when I went in there and bought all that yarn, it was nice to see that woman again, and and that she still has the keychain and everything. And the woman she was talking to that was helping her bag all this yarn, she was telling the story about the keychains and stuff. And they were sort of like talking sort of about me and their yarn in the store and like all this stuff, but sort of to each other. And they were saying, you know, she said that like I buy more yarn than anyone that comes through the store, and which, you know, like if they had more yarn, that they would it would be flying off the shelves, but and the prices were a little lower, and gave out more vouchers and coupons. But no, I mean, I used a lot of vouchers and stuff, but like I haven't really bought a whole lot of yarn from Michaels, like not that I know of. I mean, yeah, I bought some Michaels yarn, but. Okay, well, I guess that whole those 4 cubes are Michael's yarn, and then some of those are, and then like those 2 cubes up there, but like oh, and the cakes of yarn that were, well, I guess I have bought, but like it's all been like deal yarn for the most part, or like, you know, free with vouchers and stuff like that. So, but I guess I have bought a lot. But the woman said, she was talking to the woman about the yarn and stuff, and like they had no idea that this Ringspun was clearance and stuff, because the woman was saying, wow, they were only $3. I didn't even know that they were on sale. And I thought, well, you know, the store needs to like, you know, inform the employees to like, you know, put the stickers out. Like they shouldn't be like shocked that something is on sale when I've seen it on YouTube already. So I don't know, like they just need to the stores need to keep on top of all these places to make sure the employees know that, you know, the people might buy the yarn if they know that it's on sale for $3 a skein. So like, you know, put the stickers out, employees. Yeah, here's the stickers. Like, do they not have the stickers yet, or like what the hell? So they were shocked at the register that was ringing up $3, and she was saying, oh my God, these are only like $3. And I said, yeah. And she said, I didn't even know they were on sale. And I said, well, I only knew it because of a video I saw on YouTube or whatever. But when they were talking about how they had no idea that the yarn was discounted and stuff, what was weird is the woman, the one that had the keychain, she was talking to the other woman, and she said, in fact, I think we kind of have too much yarn in this place. And I thought, like, if she could see on my ridiculous wall, like, she has no idea what, you know, too much yarn looks like. It's literally like, you know, one aisle and then a half. And then they have a couple skeins on the end cap that seem a little too spaced out. I mean, that, what is it called? I just bought it the other day, damn it. This, right here, the impressions. Yeah, the loops and threads impressions, which is coming out of the thing. Like, they had this on the shelf on one of the end caps, and they still have those the 2 skeins that I didn't get the other day. The other orange is gone, but that I got. But they have this on the shelf, but where they have it, or like on those end caps that they, you know, added to add more yarn, it's so spaced out. It just feels like they could add, like, push them over just slightly and have a whole space for more yarn. Somebody joked on my, if I remember, I'll put your name on the screen. Somebody joked that I ought to get a job as a yarn, I forget the exact term they use, like yarn organizer, consultant, or like something, whatever. Like, I would love to go into people's houses and you know, help them organize their yarn. I would love to go into these stores and help them organize their yarn. It just feels like on the end cap, there's like, I think there's like 3 rows of yarn or whatever on each shelf, but it just feels like there's like a skein of yarn, and then the other skein of yarn, there's like, you know, this gap in between the skeins. It just feels like too spaced out. And they could, like, you know, kind of cram them together, and like, I don't know, they could fit more yarn in there. And then like, just this impressions, I think when I looked on michaels.com the other day, I think there's like, I don't know the exact number, but let's say there's like 8 or 10 different colorways of this. Like, okay, let's say they don't have space for, like, you know, every single one of them. Like, if they're just gonna sort of like put the yarn on the shelf, they could just put like a sticker that says loops and threads impressions, you know, various colors, or like whatever, and they could take like one of each and like stick them there, and so you can, like, you know, see what all of them look like in person. Like they could have like just an impressions display. They don't have to have if they have like limited space. Okay, they just have to, by policy. I'm making this up. It's a policy that they have to have a certain number of shelves of the picture frames. Then just like make a generalized like sticker that says Loops and Threads Impressions, and then just put like a whole bunch of colorways there, and because like people are going to look through it anyway, and it's not like you're shoving it into a shelf. Like if you're going to just put it on the end cap, you could see all the colorways this way, and you could, you know, find, you know what I'm saying. It just seems like, and like all the space that they give for like the Bernat, and like, I don't know, it just seems like Michaels should give priority to their own brands. That seems like an obvious thing, but it feels like it's stupid that I even have to say that. Why doesn't Michaels give priority to their own freaking yarn? Like, I don't know. I'm glad for people that do the amigurumi and stuff, that they have a nice selection of Bernat. My voice is changing. One last, you know, gasp of like, you know, my youth, you know, before I turned 40 and turned into an old person. It's coming out like, you know, some teenager's voice that's changing. I'm glad for people that do amigurumi and stuff, that they have a nice selection in Michaels of the Bernat blanket, but if they're putting all that Bernat blanket yarn there instead of their own brands, like, it doesn't that sort of hurt them? Like, I don't know. Like, wouldn't they get more money from selling their own brands than Bernat? I mean, you know, Bernat's going to exist everywhere. It's like, but like this is their own yarn, and they only have 2 colorways in my store. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I'm sure there's more to it and everything, and I'm just like some, you know, yarn person complaining on YouTube or whatever, but I don't want anything to happen to my Michaels. The people that work there are just the nicest damn people. And then to see how disappointed that woman was when I went through there, I mentioned that in another video, where I was walking through there, and she was standing outside, and she told me that that they cut the hours and stuff, and I'm thinking, like, I don't want to lose Michaels. I still have this hope that my Michaels is gonna, you know, turn around and become a better store or whatever. And they carry Pride stuff, and they do carry nice yarns. I mean, they do have nice yarns that they just don't stock them in the store or whatever, as you know, as much as they should. But there's nothing wrong. Yeah, the prices are more expensive, and they don't have like big clearance sales like Hobby Lobby. But like, they do have really nice yarns. It's not like well, it doesn't matter that their yarn is $9 a skein, because, you know, it's shitty anyway. Or like, it's not like, I mean, crap. Whatever. It's not like they have bad yarn. They do have really nice yarn. They just don't stock it. So, you know, cut a little, if they're gonna like rethink the whole yarn section or whatever, and like thinking that they're supposed to get like fabric in, I'm thinking, where the hell's the fabric gonna go? Because you know, if they can't even make room for their yarn, like, where the hell is the fabric gonna go? Whatever. So if they're gonna, like, you know, put yarn on the end caps or whatever and stuff, just take a little bit of the Bernat blanket out, or a little bit of like some of the other yarns that I don't know. I'm like desperately trying to like come up with that. Not that anybody from Michaels is ever going to see this, but I'm just saying, I don't want my Michaels to close, because I still have this hope that it's going to, you know, be turn around and be the. When it came here to my town originally, I was thinking, oh, good, maybe this will like compete with Hobby Lobby, and they'll have a lot of nice yarns and stuff, and I'll have I'll probably still shop in Hobby Lobby, even though I don't want to, but like maybe I'll have another option, so that I don't have to spend all of my money at Hobby Lobby. But it's just, you know, I don't know. I still hope that, you know, Michaels is. I still have hope for that store and everything, because they do have nice stuff. It's just, you know, not as much yarn as they should, and there's no excuse for it. I don't get it. But anyway, so it's kind of funny, that woman saying that, you know, I think we have too much yarn. I was thinking, yeah, right. Yeah, go to my house and see how much yarn that I have, and like if you clear the shelves in Michaels or whatever, you could probably take my stash and not have room for it in their store. That's how small their section is, it feels like. I have like more yarn in my little yarn room or here that than would fit on their shelves at their store, and so they just need to expand and, you know, rethink things or whatever. But anyway, I guess that's about it from this video. What I did buy, this is just another random thing here at the end. I did buy this thing at Goodwill last night, and I could put it on my niece's yarn wall, because I don't know where else to put it in this room. There's like in the doorway here, you've probably seen like the wide shots of me putting my yarn away. You can see that there's like a one of those closet pipe things, or like a closet pole. What it is like a PVC pipe that I'm gonna cut down myself, and it has like the two things on the end in the doorway to like put the PVC pipe in, and it's a way, like a system I designed to a system I came up with to hang dry my clothes because I don't have a dryer, and so we just hang dry the clothes, and so I put that thing there, and like I could hang it there, but it would block the doorway, and so I found this thing at Goodwill, and I don't know where else to put it except next to my niece's or coming off of my niece's wall tower thing, but it's one of these. It was $3.99 at Goodwill, and it's one of these things that it kind of collapses down. But when I guess it's supposed to go into a closet, but the closet in here is like, oh, that little thing, the hook keeps coming off. The closet in here is behind all this stuff, and it's just full of yard sale stuff. I'm gonna have a yard sale in the future. It's just like, leftover stuff. A lot of it my aunts or my grandmas, or just like some of our old crap. And I just put it away in that closet there because I never used it anyway. Cause like before I put up this yarn wall, it was there were shelves of DVDs there, and Blu-rays and stuff. Because I'm a huge physical media collector. Whatever. And I'll do videos about that on my website network, not here. But I guess it's one of those things that goes into a closet because it has these hooks, one right here and then one that you fell. I'll have to get it. But it has all these, I don't, it's probably for, it feels like it's for yarn, but I'm sure it's for like shoes or something. Although the weight of shoes would probably be too heavy for this. Or maybe socks or, I don't know, rolled up underwear. I don't know what you put in here, but it sort of feels like it's the perfect thing for yarn. I took a regular skein of yarn, and you could put like 4 in each one of these cubes, or like one of those big ones would probably fit in here in these. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times 3, 30 of these little square things, and so if I put like a regular skein of yarn in one of those, that's like 120 skeins. I don't know if the weight of it would fit on that, but it would fit over there, like on the other side of my niece's yarn tower thing. Because I could I have some extra of those PVC pipes. I can like run it through one of the cubes and secure it with I'll use some moldable plastic or something. If I do this, I don't know if I will or not. But and like have the pole come out, and then it would hang on there sort of over my washing machine. I could do that. But then at the same time, I'm thinking like, what yarn would I put on there? Because like I do have 2 skeins from my Hobby Lobby, my last Hobby Lobby clearance haul that I need to put on her wall, but they'll fit on her wall now. So most of it is like my yarn to put away, and yeah, I could move some of my yarn over there. But at the same time, she sort of think I could pull from this if I need to, and if she wants to use some of my yarn, she can. But like she knows that like this is mainly her yarn, and so if I put it over there, like a bunch of like my skeins, then she's going to think, oh, look at all this yarn that's mine, and I don't want to be stingy or selfish or anything. But like if I filled it with like all these loops and threads, Ringspun or whatever, then she's going to think that all this is hers. When I have I can already visualize all the hats and scarves and stuff like that that I can make with this, and so that's just an option. I bought this for it was only $4 just as have an option, and if I do happen to come across more yarn for her, then that would be a good use up for that thing, to extend her wall a little bit that way. But I don't think I can use it to expand my yarn, and so yeah, I can hang it there in this doorway, but then I have to keep moving it or whatever just to go through the freaking doorway. So I don't know what I'll use that for, but I did buy that. But I am thinking about like where I'm going to put all this. I really think I'm going to have to, like, one of my next videos is going to have to be like making room for yarn by making things, and I'm gonna have to think, okay, I have 3 of these to put away, so I need to use 3 from my wall to put these away, and we're like, I'll try to make room for, and not just these. My Hobby Lobby clearance haul for the 25 skeins from that video is sitting over there too that I need to put away. Some of it's gonna go on my niece's wall, but most of it's mine. So I don't know. I do have too much yarn. I felt like saying to that woman in Michael's, like, I'm the one that has too much yarn. You can never have too much yarn. I mean, for most people, this is too much yarn. But like for me, it's like it's the perfect amount. Now I could use more. No, I'm always gonna I'm never gonna have enough. But I'll always make room for it or whatever. But I don't know, but that's what I need to do to make room for all this yarn. I'll make room for as much as I can, and then maybe from that point on, I'll see, okay, I have like, 11 skeins. I'm like, being hopeful. It's probably going to be like, I have like 39 skeins left. What do I do with it? I have like, this number of skeins left, so to make room for that, maybe I need to like pull yarn off my wall and work on it, or like make something out of it or whatever. And so that's what I'm going to probably do. Although, like, lately I've been, I worked on my mom's blanket some more, and that's not really doing anything for my wall, because all that yarn is off my wall already, but it does make me feel good that I'm working on my mom's blanket again. And then I did make a cowl for Shell, so, which I posted in another video, but so I have been making and a couple bookmarks or whatever, but it's not getting yarn off my wall. I'm using yarn that it's already off my wall. So anyway, I'm rambled on for too long anyway. So anyway, that's enough for this video. I just wanted to show this the nice yarn from Michaels and stuff, and the Ringspun, and hopefully however much room they're going to be making, like getting rid of this, they're going to put some like nicer yarns and ones that they sell. Like, come on, Michaels, like, I don't know, like, put more of your yarn in the store. Like, that shouldn't be an unrealistic hope that we have, that you make room for your own yarn, like all the small skeins that I bought in my Michaels haul, that I bought on their website, all the tiny skeins that or they're not tiny, but like the smaller skeins that I showed in my haul. Like, hardly any of those have shown up in my store, and like, make room for that. Make room for the nice acrylics and stuff. Make room for, I don't know, like all of your impressions, like that would, like if they got rid of the Ringspun and to make room for all of these, like every single one of the colorways that they have on the website, I would be like, that would be a really good thing. I just don't want my Michaels to close. I don't want Michaels to close at all. I hate when any kind of craft store closes or whatever, and not just because of the lack of selection and variety of yarns and crafts and stuff, but like for the people, like the people that work in there. Maybe they're like a couple people that work in random craft stores or whatever, to just think like, oh, this is just a job and I'm here to make money. But like, for the most part, if you're working in a craft store, it's because you're a really crafty person. Like, for that woman to work in Michaels and walking around with a ridiculous keychain that I gave her with like crochet hooks on it, like, she's a really crafty person. And so I've seen employees in there talking about like the yarn that I get, and talking, oh, what do you crochet, and oh, this is what I do, and like, they're all crafty people. Like, don't let something like what happened with Joanne happen to Michaels, because it's gonna put like crafty people out of work or whatever, and it's gonna suck, not having the yarn or whatever, but it's I don't know, don't let Michaels go under. Anyway, that's enough for this video. And so anyway, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, comment down below, all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, I'm EG, and this is Crocheting with EG, and in this video, I have another yarn haul, and God, that should be the name of my channel. Another yarn haul with EG. Like, it's just, nothing with yarn hauls, but I do have some make videos and stuff, and or makes videos and all that kind of stuff. But I do a. I'm thinking of Chandler. God, see, like, the whole, like, the episode of Friends where he was like, doo-doo, or what. Anyway, let me just get back to the video for God's sake. I have another yarn haul, and it's from Michaels, and see, like, as I'm saying, I should just stop. Redo it. But I need to keep this though, because it might be kind of funny to put later.